Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, we are continuing Young Justice Season 3. This is Season 3, Episode 17, entitled First Impression. Not really sure what that title means, but I'm excited regardless because Young Justice Season 3, the second half, is finally here. Now, some people were actually messaging me and shit and letting me know, like, hey, they only released one episode this week. They released 3 when they started back. Like, what the hell's going on? It's like, because they're like, you know, spreading it out a little bit more. I mean, I wasn't like the first half of the season wasn't it 3 episodes each week, which was pretty insane, but they were every Friday, so it's easier to kind of roll through them over the beginning of the weekend or whatever. But with these Tuesday releases, it's kind of strange, but I'm glad we had 3 episodes to come back to because there's a lot packed in those episodes, especially the first one. Really getting back into everything and all that. But now here we are with 1 episode per week, so kind of furthers along, and then San Diego Comic-Con is pretty soon, so hopefully they'll announce Season 4 there. We'll see what happens with that, but I'm really enjoying Season 3 overall. I'm loving the show. I'm glad the show's back, and I'm excited to see who we follow in this episode, because you just never know with this show who you're going to follow in each individual episode. So here we go, guys. Season 3, Episode 17, First Impression. Let's go.
Okay, I'll bite. What? A public version of the team. Young heroes rebelling against the system to fight the good fight.
That's what he's talking about last episode, wasn't it?
No, we do not put those kinds of targets on our underage heroes. That is
The League and the Light are fighting spin campaigns and the Light's winning. That's not what I'm talking about. Look at this. Without even trying, these actions have
Social
generated
media.
something organic.
That's why they kept cutting to him looking at it.
Something that can never emerge. We're gonna start a revolution. A small one, anyway.
you have given us much to consider.
No, we haven't. Get on board or get out of the way. We've all heard
Okay.
While Beast Boy will lead Wonder Girl, Blue Beetle, Kid Flash, Static, and Geoforce in this new public squad, but still covertly answer to the League through Miss Marshall.
Still.
Agreed?
Agreed. Oh, and there's one more thing. The new squad's base of operations. I call this
Whoa.
the hub.
The hub.
Holographic computer
Oh,
interface.
of course.
Secured link to watchtower system. Basically, there's enough space upstairs for me, Brion, Tara, Violet, Vic, and Fred to have our own separate bedroom.
Kind of reminds me of the Titans Tower. Teen Titans.
I mean, thank you.
Got
you.
you covered. And just like Mount Justice, we'll eventually have a medical bay, a science lab,
Okay.
a gym.
He's really going all out with this.
Wow, it really is starting to feel like the cave back in the day. But
That too.
but there's no way 6 teenagers are gonna live here alone and unsupervised. Yeah,
Point.
who knows what might happen? I would be happy, honored to move in and act as a den mother. I'm already working as Victor, so it would help. It'll be so nice to finally be together, like a family. I doubt any of us will miss our prior accommodations.
Aw, he will. So sad. What the hell?
What is that?
Of course.
Please send help.
Send help.
A red ship? Sure looks like one.
A reach ship?
So loaded. No drill. The Reach are back. No, just no.
Hold on.
Okay, so I heard that right.
He's already on it.
I love that. Oh, there's more.
Oh my gosh! Those things killed Aquaman! No, wait.
She jumped the gun on that.
Chill, Aquaman. We got you covered.
Oh, come on. Shh, it's a library.
Oh, my spectacles!
Velma?
Oh, gratitude.
Consider it covered.
Damn. Oh, good teamwork. Damn. I love seeing her.
Fantastically fabulous.
Flapper. Okay.
Shut down. Oh, maybe it was a bad idea to do this in midair.
Yeah, a little bit.
So weird seeing a team mission televised. Guess we'll just
That's what
have
social
to
media
use it.
does. Everybody has a camera.
Don't thank me. Thank my squad. Here's Kid Flash and Wonder Girl.
Wonder Girl? As in sidekick to Wonder Woman? We prefer protege.
And over there
Better
is
word.
our not-so-secret weapon against this Reach invasion.
This is no Reach invasion. Look,
I am gobsmacked.
her name's Whisper Adair, and she works for Intergang.
Okay.
And we would have scored big time if you heroes hadn't gotten in our way.
Feels kind of like another Scooby-Doo reference. We had the girl lose her glasses, and then, okay.
This is outrageous.
Stand down, Geo.
That's crazy.
If we have to be arrested to do good, so be it.
Alright. And there's that. Not gonna do anything. Exactly.
Squad, it's time for a jailbreak.
Jailbreak. Hey, like they could easily get rid of those. Yeah, some of them need help because they can't fly. Oh. Oh. Is this what's really motivating her
Tara and Violet are?
to work with Deathstroke and stuff? I don't know.
Blue, hit the gas. Give us enough thrust to clear the town, then cut the power. We'll crash this thing somewhere safe.
That's a better idea.
No, it's okay. We're crashing it.
I just noticed that Cyborg was watching. They're gonna be fine. But they don't know that. Hero pose.
So if you're not the Young Justice League, then who are you?
We're something new. Here to help people. We're definitely not playing by the insiders' rules. We can't. We are all outsiders.
Oh, okay. Okay, is that the meaning of Young Justice Outsiders? I thought that was already... Was that already said before? I can't remember. We know who she's texting.
1 week ago, I received a
Oh.
tip from Lagarde about a lost Reach warship. We shut down Intergang's operation.
Okay.
Not before Whisper Adair slipped away with 3 warbugs.
Thanks to Oracle, Aquaman was on scene to throw the fight, so we could send in Garfield's squad, knowing that Blue Beetle would be our best bet against Whisper's Reach.
Okay.
And as their leader, should Beast Boy not be included among us?
I don't think he's ready for that.
I agree.
For this. He has his own mission.
There you have it, guys. First impression, season 3, episode 17. I really enjoyed this episode. Was this the first time they've ever said the word outsiders? Because, like, I remember when they announced season 3, and I think when they first announced it, there was no subtitle. It was just Young Justice season 3 coming, you know, blah, was the announcement, and it was a big deal. But when they mentioned outsiders, I'm thinking, okay, that's a cool title. We'll see what the subtitle means and whatever. I don't think they've ever mentioned that it's like outsiders before this episode, and this is a pretty cool reveal of the subtitle because I'm trying to think back because it's been a while since the first half of season 3. But regardless, having Beast Boy, like they kind of tease it, and it was the episode prior to this one about how he wanted to have this public relations and he wanted to be in front of the cameras and talking about what he did and what the group did, you know, whatever, to save the day because they're going against this whole Lex Luthor thing and all this stuff that's basically making it look like, you know, Metas and the Justice League and all of them are bad news and, you know, the spin. What I like is that he's created his own team within all the teams that have been created with all these different heroes. I mean, it's insane. It's another team. So, the Outsiders. And seeing them take on those Reach little ships or whatever and seeing the giant one being activated was like, that was the first thing we saw was that ship in the water. I'm thinking, and then it cuts to like the freaking intro, which normally when an episode airs for season 3, when I think about it, they usually have like the opening scene before the little intro or whatever showing Earth and apocalypse and hinting at some pretty crazy shit. Is that the scene is like a minute, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes long before we actually get to the intro, the title. So to see like a quick 10, 15, 20 second shot of the ship and then all of a sudden it just cuts, I forgot about it until they cut back to it. And then what I love is at the very ending we go back to that, basically within the Batcave itself, the different leaders of each of the teams there discussing and talking, and how it was all kind of a plan. It's like, well, we did this, we had Aquaman, to show up, because he's not really he's Aquaman now, but you get my point. Like, they had him show up to be there, and then it kind of pushed Beast Boy and them to show up, and it was all planned. I was kind of hoping to hear Batman talk, because I love Bruce Greenwood. I think that's the actor's name who does the voice for Batman. I love his voice for Batman. It's really, really good. Not as good as Kevin Conroy, but it's pretty damn good, because it's definitely an homage to Kevin Conroy in a sense. At least that's why I think it is, because the way he approaches it, and the way he talks as Batman. But it was just cool to see that again, because I forgot about that until they popped up. I'm like, this is what this is. And I like where they actually asked about, well, shouldn't Beast Boy, since he's the leader of this new team, because we have all these different teams that are secretly working together with all the leaders meeting and working together, but then all the teams don't think they're working with each other. Like, shouldn't Gar also be in the mix as well? It's like, no, he's not old enough. He won't be able to comprehend and able to. I think he would kind of spill the beans that, hey, you know how we all have all these different factions of heroes. Yeah, we all actually technically work together as a huge team, but the majority of you don't know, but only the leaders know, because only the leaders can actually make this stuff happen, because they're secretly working the plan and using different teams doing different stuff, but it's all kind of working to the same thing. Like, when they revealed that huge plot in the first half of season 3, where all this stuff was unfolding, all this stuff was happening, and all of a sudden it was all pieced together, which each of the leaders doing different stuff to kind of connect it all together. Beautifully handled. So well done. I really enjoyed it. And now they're kind of teasing that they're doing that as well. People are pointing out too, and this is not based off this episode, but I'll jump back to more of the episode in a second. But the fact is that all of the starting of each title is something anti-life, like the anti-life equation. It's all tied into Darkseid, and of course it is. If you look at the intro, Earth, transition, apocalypse. It's all set up for Darkseid. The fact that we've only seen him for a little slim appearance is kind of disappointing, but that makes me think they have bigger plans for the rest of the season and the season 4. Please, fingers crossed, they're working on a season 4, because I think they finished working on season 3 quite some time ago. Like, in the process, before they even started airing the first half of season 3, they were like 20 episodes in, like, completed, so they were pretty much close to being done with before the show even started airing. And now we had a huge gap of time in between, so I think they're working on season 4. I think they're already planning out stuff, and they're going to announce it at Comic-Con, because they have a big, I think, 2-hour long panel with different cast and different people coming for DC Universe specific. Like, I think they have Stargirl, they have Doom Patrol, and I think they're going to have Young Justice there as well to talk some stuff. So I think they're going to announce season 4 at Comic-Con in a couple of days. So fingers crossed for that. But yeah, it was cool to see Wonder Girl back. I really like her on the show. And honestly, Gar, the big, like, space that he has for the new team, the Outsiders, it's basically the Titan Tower. It's pretty much that, but it's also kind of like the cave from season 1, because that's what I think Artemis, or was it McGann who said it? It was one of the two, mentioned how it felt like the cave, and it's like, wow, this brings like a lot of vibes. Cave. Like, I'm thinking Titan Tower from Teen Titans, because I was a huge fan of the Teen Titans show, and just seeing that huge space they had for 5 people, and essentially there's only 6 people a part of Outsiders, and they have this humongous thing. Now, obviously, there's going to be other people that are going to be there, but they're not going to be a part of the team, because there was a group of people like Halo and Terra and all that, which we all know what Terra is going on. I'll talk about that in a second, Terra. But they're not ready to join, but yet they were still within the house a little bit or whatever, so clearly they might join later, but who knows? Because technically they're all working together, but not really, because the leaders, that whole thing. So Terra, I mentioned in the episode because she's been on the show for a little bit. Now, when she was first introduced, it was like towards the end of the first half of season 3, and now we're in the back half, and we've had 4 episodes, and we've barely seen anything of her, only little bits and pieces. So they cut back to her having a little bit of a flashback, and then now she's texting Deathstroke and saying, what are my orders? Like, dude, relax, your time will come. I don't know what they're doing. Now, to me, this seems like a very, very loose adaptation, in a sense, not really of Judah's contract, just because there's so many things they're not including. And I think the reason why is because they really don't want to go down that road of being controversial, because Tara in this is young and Deathstroke's very old. And obviously within Judah's contract, that storyline, they had that element. Okay, awkward. Very, very uncomfortable. Okay. I think they're taking the approach of Tara is just working under Deathstroke. I think she might start having feelings for him down the road in this show, because they always have time jumps. I'm not really sure. But I feel like that's what they're kind of doing. They're kind of going the angle of, yeah, Tara had feelings and stuff for Deathstroke. I think she was actually in love with him in Judah's contract. But now it's going to be just her working under him and whatever plan they have. I think it's just going to be some crazy twist. It's going to put Brienne in a really bad spot because it's his sister. What is he going to do about it? Like, how is he going to approach this? It's going to be a very interesting, and it's going to be crazy. Whatever they're hinting at, they're clearly setting that up. The doctor who was a part of the first half of season 3, who's still now a part of it with Brienne and all them, and she offered to stay and actually supervise the outsiders. I don't trust her. I didn't trust her at first when we introduced to her, and I still don't trust her. I think they're going to reveal something down the road that makes me go, I was right. I could be completely wrong. I just feel like I'm going to be right about this and that there's something up. But anyways, really good episode. First impression it's clearly in tie into the first impressions of the outsiders. And they did a good job. Okay, they saved the city. They saved the town twice. So I got to give them props for that. So there you have it, guys. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comment section below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.